For this craft, you'll start with a bamboo dollar store cutting board, and then at Hobby Lobby they have, it's called a candle cup. It's in the unfinished wood section with the wood pile stuff. I'm not sure why it's called a candle cup. I think they make cute little feet, so I just grabbed some E6000 glue and glued them right onto the bottom of my cutting board in each of the four corners. And then I just grabbed some chalk paint and I painted the whole thing this nice cream off-white color. I think this is the color Parchment from Folk Art. But I just used a 1-inch flat paintbrush to paint the whole thing. And then I let it completely dry. And then moved on to my next step, which is adding painter's tape so I can paint some lines. So this is just 1-inch blue painter's tape. Create one line on each side, and then I used my nonstick scissors to cut a piece of tape in half, lengthwise or hot dog style, I guess, and then add those two in the middle. And this is going to create kind of a grain sack pattern. So super farmhouse cottage-y style going on here. And then once that tape is in place, use some navy blue chalk paint and a very dry brush technique. So I do not want solid perfect lines. I want more of a distressed paint finish on this. So use very little bit of paint on a dry brush. And then while the paint is still wet, carefully just peel away your tape and you'll have nice crisp lines. And then I just added some handles. So these are just black, like hardware handles from Home Depot or whatever. And I didn't have black screws. I only had silver screws, so I made it work. So just a 1/4-inch wood screw is the perfect size. Because these cutting boards are about a 1/4 inch thick, you may have to adjust depending on, I guess, the size of your hardware, but your good rule of thumb is about a 1/4 inch. And then I just marked off my pilot holes, and then I used this handy pin vise tool. I ordered it off Amazon, I'll link to it below. But that just made my pilot holes, so then I could screw the wood screws in to secure my hardware in place. And then because I didn't have black screws, I only had silver screws, I had to come back with a little bit of black chalk paint and paint the tops of my screws black just so they match my hardware. But that's it, a cute little decorative tray. I hope you enjoyed watching this dollar store craft come together. Until next time, happy making!